Good morning, guys. It's Garrett DMG here, back with a video. And today, it seems like I don't know. I've done somewhat of a big analysis on the world and where we're going. Honestly, I could tell you guys straight up right now. I never seen. I don't think there's. I don't think I've ever seen like a successful young man in Western civilization. Like I haven't seen anybody like new come up. Like or heard of anybody like come up in this society. That's just like an average Joe or like somebody who becomes like a politician or you know what I mean? Like honestly the growth and development of young men in the Western society has just gone down significantly. I realize that. I don't think there's not one young man that suffers from no depression, has no anxiety, has no mental issues. I think there's not one successful young man in Western civilization today. Like apart from like your politicians and all your other higher ups that are men in Western society. But think about it, half of them are all middle-aged to older, if any. I haven't seen not one young man but come up to anything, to anywhere, to amount to anything. And that is not our fault. That is not our fault. Because the man is only as good as the opportunities he's given, right? So it's like there ain't no opportunity in the Western society. I mean, if anything, more of the women have more opportunity than men, I would say. And I looked up the statistics. A lot of men get fired out of their workplaces more than women do. This is known. I did the research. I looked this up. You can look this up too. Like, honestly, I haven't seen not one young man come from the bottom and then go to the top and then stabilize that without no downfall whatsoever. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it yet. And the ones that do try to go up, they're very tired. They're very run down. They are very tired. They are very run down. I just got done listening to this one video. There's this guy. He's like, he had to be like in like his like mid 40s, maybe early 50s. He was saying that he's in the carpentry union, and even he's struggling. Like, he's in the union. Like he like kind of like spruced over it kind of quick, but he said he was in the union. He said he was doing carpentry. He said he was making over 100,000 a year. You know, it sounds good on paper. But with his bills and stuff that he mentioned later on, I'm like, damn, dude. Like, honestly, it seems like the American dream is the ultimate jail cell, man. Like, you try and run towards that in Western society, man, you are going to pay for it. Especially as a man. Especially as a man. And it's like, even if you don't go towards that American dream, you pay for it just as much. Like, wow, guys. I really just realized that. I'm like, there hasn't been not one Western male in society. I'd probably say since like Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk is like the only man that I know that really amounted to nearly anything. And they shot him in cold blood. That gives me anxiety just thinking about that, man. Like, that is something else. Like, they are literally cutting away at our futures. They are literally cutting away at our paradigm, especially for young men. You know, I'm not being over dramatic either. I mean, even if you don't amount to anything, you still had the opportunity to work a job, make good amount of money, and save up to a successful life, but you can't no more. And the women, they're not going anywhere fast either. You know what I mean? Now we just got a bunch of old single moms running, or not even single moms, single middle-aged women running around with no kids. You know, and they're not gonna find anybody. They're just delusional enough to think that they will, because they're women and they think women always get whatever they want. But no, that's not how it works. Women have a time limit too. We all have a time limit. I'm not saying that women are bad or anything. That's not what this video is about. But it's just like it seems like everybody's on a time limit and nobody's done anything with it. Like we don't. There time. Remember that saying, "Life goes by very fast." There's not much you can do within the span of 60 years. You know, after your 40s, you're 50, 60, and then your life is over. You're not gonna go out and fucking piss with the young dogs like back in the old days. You know what I mean? We have very limited time on this planet, and honestly, I can't think of any sort of trajectory that leads to stable, sufficeable, healthy, sane success for a male or a female today. I can't think of not one thing. Not one. That's really scary. You know what I mean? Honestly, I think the homeless youth in this country is just gonna increase to a uncontrollable rate. Because where's the jobs? Where's the opportunities? College is a dying business now, especially because of AI. What are you gonna do? Have a bunch of AI prompters in the future? A bunch of people on a keyboard? That doesn't sound like a life. Sounds like a fucking dystopian prison. I don't know, man. Like I'm sitting there, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, man, like what does the future really hold? You know, and then I'm hearing like a lot of AI computers and stuff. They're getting um so advanced, so much so that they're making their own decisions. Already we got robots that run on AI, you know what I mean? So it's like there's your replacement. And it seems like because there's no rich millionaires or anybody coming up in the future, like the people that do have it right, the elites, they're all gonna get old and they're all gonna die. You know, maybe they'll have kids and shit like that, but it's like still. Like it's pretty obvious here that they don't really value the human agenda anymore because it doesn't garnish any millions. You know, and our time limit's running out. Yet the rich elite are completely self-sufficient. They don't really need us anymore. At that point, it's like it's kind of crazy. So I'm saying, like, I don't know, guys. Like, just what do you do when the money's not there and the competence has left the station? What do you got after that? Man, like I sit there and I roll it in the back of my head. It seems like the prisons and the courts are benefiting off of male attendance more than the colleges and the the programs that have said benefits. I don't know. I don't know. And what's a guy got to look forward to in today's time? What, get a part-time job that doesn't pay and hope that you get hired? Meet some woman that's gonna leave you in a few years or so after when she gets to know you enough and realizes there's better out there. I don't get it. And honestly, it's up to the man to lead, so it's like it's understandable why she leaves. There's no fucking future. There's no man to lead anymore. If you don't have that, there goes everything else. That's why half the women today they went their own way in life, but now they're sitting around. They're asking. There's no men that lead anymore. We literally got priced out of our lives. Just what do you do in a society like that? Where do you have any type of growth? There is no growth in that regard. There really isn't. And this is honestly just everything that like I've seen. I'm looking at the terrain and it's not there. There's no future in that. I don't see a future in AI for humanity. I don't see. I mean, I heard other people talking about how um artificial reality or whatever that is, um, or the virtual reality goggle things, they're gonna soon have AI, and they're gonna start like these like life simulations because the physical world doesn't really have anything to really offer anymore. I'm just like I'm hearing all this stuff. I'm like, man, what type of future are we going into? There's no jobs. AI is taking over everything. Life as you know it is like slowly passing you by and dwindling away day by day. They're killing hundreds of people in this war. I don't know. It's kind of just like it feels like we're stuck here and we're waiting to be exiled into some sort of foreign stasis of existence. They got us trapped in this cycle of life that just I don't know doesn't go up or down, but just stays in place, stagnant. Honestly, guys, me like with my work journey, I feel like I've been running in place for years since I was like 16 years old when I started the workforce. I feel like I've been running in place for years. I went to school. I I made mistakes. I did this. I did that. And I can tell you, man, I haven't found any sort of paradigm that invites genuine success in this world. I'm not trying to fearmonger anybody either. This is just genuinely what is being seen. And you sit there and you think about how fast the world has changed and how much it's not making sense. And honestly, you just want to start doing your own research on what the truth really is about life. You know what I mean? Because you can't get that from any external program or benefit or pathway. You kind of just got to make it your own, but it's like unfortunately that doesn't really garnish any riches and success as far as money or monetary benefit if you don't come from any type of elite background or sort of high class status. You know what I mean? I mean, I even see the people that claim they're on top of the world and even they look like they're living through hell. Just look at Donald Trump. Look at all the Trumps. I'm pretty sure none of them are happy with where their situations look right now, and they have all these millions of dollars, but to me, they honestly look soulless. They look like soulless husks. So maybe it's kind of a gift to not have all that money at your fingertips and people bending over backwards for you. You know what I mean? Because honestly, it must be even worse to sit in a glass throne and looking down and seeing shattered rocks at the bottom. You know what I mean? That's got to be just as painful, honestly. Even though you can afford it, still just watching the world just pass by and pass away, it's soul killing, honestly. From any standpoint that you look from, whether you're rich, poor, you know, it's just I don't know, man. Nothing is really making sense for the future. And you add on retirement missing and pensions missing and all this other stuff missing. What future do you really have at the end of the day? I don't really see it. But that's the video, guys. Um, Let me know what you think down in the comments. But yeah, honestly, guys, like the world is just passing us by. We're getting older. We're not getting younger, and there's just no escape from it. It seems like. But I'll see you guys in the next one, and peace out.